Hello learners, my name is Adnan and I welcome you all to another very interesting session of solving SQL interview questions. Today we will see the concept of multiple joins. Without wasting any time, let's move to the question. So the question is, find all the employees who have worked on projects with other employees from the same department and during overlapping time periods. Meanwhile, this question is like, kyun hila dala na? Sorry for this, yeah. Let's move to the steps involved in solving this particular question. So the question is asking for two conditions to be fulfilled. I will be very clear with you. This is not an easy question. This is a bit tricky question. Okay. So what are those conditions? Those conditions are the employee should belongs to the same department and the dates of the project should overlap. These are the two basic conditions. This means the employee should work at the same time. Let me clear this. The start date and the end date should overlap with the start date and the end date. So let's see the steps. The step one is we will print the tables. You all know that we will write select everything from the table name, and in this way you can see that both the tables are in front of us. We have two tables, one is employees and the second one is projects. In the employees, we have employee ID with us, employee names, department, salary and the details about their hire date. In the second table, the table name is projects. We have project ID, the name of the project, start and the end date, and one more column which is lead employee ID. Now the second step is we will give a basic join to both the tables. Learners, a basic join between both the tables is necessary as it will join the employees table with the projects table. The common column between both the tables is employee ID and lead employee ID. Now let's move to the third step. The third step is giving a self join on the projects table is necessary also to fulfill the second condition of the question, which is the dates of the project should overlap. Okay. Now let's move to the fourth and the last step using the order by function and distinct function. We are using order by to order the employee's name and the co-worker's name in ascending order. Also, we are using distinct function to get the non-duplicate data from the table. Now let's move to the SQL workbench for the practical solution of this question. So now as we are in our MySQL workbench, let's start writing the query. Our query goes like this. Select everything from the projects table as P1. We will join this table with employees table as E1. On the basis of common column, the common column is P1 dot lead employee ID is equals to E1 dot employee ID. Now let's run this query. Wonderful. Now you can see both the tables are successfully joined. Now let's move to the second join, which is on the projects table, and this is a type of self join. Project as P2 on the basis of common column P1 dot project ID should not be equals to P2 dot project. The reason behind that we have already discussed in the theoretical part of this question. Project ID. Let's run this query. Wait a minute. There is an error that office.projects is not available. Okay, so there is a spelling error. Now we will run this query. Wonderful. Now you can see on both the type of joins, the query is successfully giving a result. There is a last join in which we will be joining employees table with the projects table. So in this we will write join employees as E2 on the basis of common column, which is P1 dot lead employee ID, P2 dot lead employee ID, sorry, because on the basis of P1 we have already joined. This is the join. On the basis of P2 table, lead employee ID is equals to E2 dot employee ID. Let's run this query. Now we will give the where clause, where, and we will put all the conditions which we have discussed earlier. So what are our conditions? The first condition is e1.department should equal to e2.department, because I have already informed that the department should be same. So where e1.department should be equals to e2.department. And what is the second where clause? Like, what is the second condition? The second condition is that the employee's ID should not be equals to the second stable employee ID. So in this we will write e1.employee's ID should not be equals to e2.employee's ID. Employee ID. Okay. Now the third condition is P1 dot start date is less than equals to P2 dot end date. And the last condition is P2 dot end date is greater than equals to P1 dot start date. The reason behind that I have already discussed in the theoretical part of this question. Now let's run this query. Wonderful, you're getting the results. Now the last thing is using order by and distinct function. So first of all we will use order by on the basis of employee's name, One more thing here, we will remove this asterisk and we will write e1 dot employee name as employee's name, comma e2 dot employee's name as co-worker's name. Now we will run this complete query and you will see that the results are in front of you. You can see that all the employees with their co-workers are in front of us, and this is the expected answer. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, keep learning and happy coding. This is Adnan Khan from DataSense signing off. See you in the next video.